Alright guys, we're back with more of the Toyota pickup. Y'all seem to be liking the Toyota pickup. We're going to get back on our wiring project. We got a lot more wiring to do for you guys, but hopefully we're almost to get it to where we can make it run. And then we'll button up a lot of the wires, because like a lot of the factory wiring we're not going to use. Realistically, hopefully we only want the junk to make the gauges work. Hopefully we can take the rest of that crap completely out and just do away with all of it, clean the whole thing up, make it simple to work on, and just get rid of all the junk we're not using. We're going to make all that happen in this video, and hopefully be putting the intake on, and maybe put some oil in it, some water in it, some transmission fluid in it. Maybe see if we can make the motor turn over with the key. That'd be cool. Stuff like that. We got to finish the fuel lines and stuff before we can really try to start it, but if we can finish all that stuff done, we should be able to start bolting stuff finally in that we don't have to take back off. Then we can move to the rear end and the fuel tank. I want to raise up the fuel tank and finish the fuel lines back there, put the pump in, and fix the rear end, change that out, and then we'll be getting closer to being done. We got to get all this other wiring crap done first. Wiring is just long, tedious process that I am really getting tired of. So we got to get it knocked out. All right, let's get to it.
All right here we begin the long, boring process of taking off all the wire loom and tape off of this harness. This is the factory harness for the Toyota pickup when it had the 22RE motor. This is the factory engine harness for that. We're stripping all the wires out of it that we don't need, and I'm hoping to use about 5 or 6 wires out of this whole harness just to make all the gauges work. We don't need any of the engine stuff because obviously we don't have 22R in it anymore, so we don't need any of that stuff to control anything. And we don't want to just curl it up and put it in the corner of the engine bay, because then that doesn't look very good. So we just want to get rid of everything we don't need. I will plug it into the truck and drape all the wires off the side out of the way for right now, and we will make sure it runs and all the gauges and all work before we start actually cutting the wires out that we don't need. That way we know if there's any ground wires or power supply wires that powers up any of the factory amenities that we don't want to lose. So we'll put all that back on the truck and just leave it off to the side, and after it runs and does everything it's supposed to do, then we'll pull all of the rest of it out, and then we'll wire loom it all up and keep it working. We just don't want to leave it under the hood of the truck for nobody to ever use and it to always be in the way. That would be a problem. Don't forget guys, please like, subscribe, comment, and keep a fat guy motivated. We need all the help we can get. Alright, well, we're going to keep stripping this down and see what we can't make happen, and then we're going to put the intake on, bolt it down, get everything fitted on it, hook all the fuel lines up, and then plug in the factory wiring harness for the LS that we're going to keep. That way we don't have to keep taking stuff back apart. And we're going to see if we can't get this thing close to making it run. I don't know that we'll make it run in this episode, but we're going to get close to making it run. So therefore, in the next episode, we will definitely be making this hot rod run. Stick around, hang out. We got to finish this boring wiring process before we can have any real fun. But the real fun is coming.
Alright guys, we're back. Now that we've got most of the wires stripped down, we haven't took any of the wires for the factory engine out of its harness yet, because I want to make sure that everything works and comes on, that there's not no like ground wires or anything that has to keep anything from communicating, or power wires powering up stuff in the dash. I don't know a lot about the wiring on Toyota pickup, so I'm just going to leave it all tucked over to the side for right now. We'll hook everything up, make sure everything runs, works, does all it's supposed to do, and then we'll go through and strip all that stuff out. I'm hoping to only use about 5 wires out of the factory engine harness, and the rest of that junk we can get rid of. But now we're going to start bolting things on that we ain't got to take back off. Yeah, that's exciting. We're going to put the intake on. That means we get to take this tape off. That's been on here for a hot minute. We're going to take it off, bolt the intake down, and put the gaskets on it, and it'll be permanently attached so that we don't have to take it back off. I apologize for the heater in the background if you hear it. We had a heater that was kind of loud, but she gave out on us. So now we got the old super loud model over here, and she's super loud. So forgive me for the heater. All right, well, let's bolt some stuff to it and make some stuff happen. Might even see if we can put some oil in this thing and some transmission fluid in it. I don't know if we're going to be ready to fire it yet, but we at least want to be able to see if it'll turn over by the key and stuff like that, and get some power to stuff. All right, well, I'm get on it. All right, well, now we got the intake setting down on there. We'll put some bolts in it. Y'all can see that we cut the water lines that went across the top of the bottom of the throttle body, and we had to flip the throttle body over because this was like the first generation of the drive-by-wire. So this thing's big and bulky. It sticks out over here, and it would have hit the alternator on this side because we had to move the alternator over there to make all this stuff fit under the hood. So there's definitely been some modifying going in, making it fit under the hood, but we got it. All right, let's put some bolts in. needs to be cleaned up a little bit. She's a little dusty. All this thing's a little dusty because it's been sitting for a minute. But we'll hook the fuel lines back up. Then we'll start plugging in some wires here and see if we can't get some satisfaction. Look at that. We are going to have to get back there to put a hose clamp on that radiator hose. Kind of forgot about that. But I think we can do it. She's a little tight. Alright, let's see. Fat finger problems. I probably should hook this up before I put the intake on. Looking back on it, would have been a little smoother. Got it. Took a second, but we got it. All right, get us a wrench for that action. All right, we're back with a wrench. Tighten this down. We'll put the other fuel line on the other side, tighten it down. Then we should be ready to I might need a short stubby wrench for this project. Alright, now these wires should lay over here out of the way. This needs to go the other way. I don't know why it's ran that way. Because that's the vacuum for the vacuum brakes. Probably need to hook that up. Alright, we'll lay that right there. We'll get to that in a minute after we hook up this fuel line. Boy, that one went way smoother. Alright, look at that. Now we get to plug in wires. Alright. We got the intake on. We're going to see about putting these wires on here. I had to reroute them a little piece, but I think we just about got them routed the way we want them to go now. Like I was saying, I really wanted to put all this under the intake, but there was already so much under the intake that these wasn't just really liking the idea of fitting. That don't look bad right there. These need to go under this fuel rail.
got the coil wire over here somewhere. It's got to get plugged back in. Alright. That doesn't look good like that, so we need to reroute that. Fat finger problems over here. That looks better. We'll put it in that factory little clippy right there with my pick. And it'll look like it came that way. Which is what we're going for here. Alright. Look at that. Alright, now we need to tighten these fuel lines down and plug this in. This needs to run around the top. Plug this in for the go pedal situation. Alright. This is the mass airflow. This is the alternator. It's got to get ran this way and around. Plug that in. That needs to go back that way just a little bit. Alright. That's most of those wires plugged up. Look at that.
Alright guys, that's going to pretty much do it for this video. Kind of made this one kind of short because, let's face it, I'm tired of wiring and you guys are tired of watching me wire. Nobody wants to watch somebody wire junk for 1,100 hours. It just ain't happening. But we got some stuff bolted on the motor, got wires plugged in, got the fuel lines hooked up. So the next video, we should be ready to see about making this thing run, see if we can't make some stuff happen, at least get it to where it'll idle. Then we'll be able to work on the gas pedal box, figuring out about the exhaust, the dry shaft, the rear end, move the gas tank. We'll be on to exciting stuff like that. Well, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please share with your friends, and comment. Get in the comments. Let me know. Should we finish this turd? I guess we got to finish it because we kind of need to finish this thing so we'll have the money to finish the dually. And we got to get on the dually. All right. Well, thank y'all for watching. Have a blessed day.